This college campus in Benghazi is now temporarily the home to dozens of women and children who fled Ajdabiya, many leaving their husbands and brothers behind to fight against Gaddafi. I went alone to meet them and promised not to show their faces. This is a conservative community. Women rarely speak out. But these women wanted to describe what they'd witnessed before fleeing.
They were taking little children and elderly people and using them as human shields.
They kidnapped the children and put them along the sides of the tanks. The children, they were grabbing the soldiers' uniform. They were so scared.
NATO couldn't confirm that its reconnaissance flights have seen children used, but has said Gaddafi's armoured vehicles are being parked by civilian buildings.
It's very hard to tell who's who, and also the fact that pro-Gaddafi forces are using human shields and are parking tanks next to mosques and schools. So it's very hard to pinpoint any of this military hardware without causing civilian casualties.
The women who fled Ajdabiya to come here to the relative safety of Benghazi count themselves the lucky ones, because they say they all have friends and neighbours who were snatched off the streets of Ajdabiya by the Gaddafi soldiers, and they've no idea what's happened or is still happening to them.
Inside one dormitory, the girls said a whole family had been abducted.
We know a family. The mother and 6 girls and 8 boys were all snatched by Gaddafi's troops.
Back outside, the women described how at least some of their friends had since been seen on state TV.
They took them and showed them on state Libyan TV and said they were Al-Qaeda. They were forced to confess that we were wrong, we are rebels. They're not Al-Qaeda, they're not even rebels.
Another old woman was kidnapped in Ajdabiya. Her sons did not know if she was alive or dead, but they held a funeral as they thought her dead. Then on state TV we saw her in Gaddafi's compound in Tripoli, holding a banner and chanting.
Gaddafi's soldiers have since retreated from Ajdabiya, but they still occupy towns all along this coastline, where hundreds of families are desperate to leave their own homes because they are now part of the battlefield.